Alright, good morning folks. This is going to be a different video than the usual short films that I want to release. But I wanted to kind of talk about something that happened a couple of months ago. I broke up with a very close friend of mine, and we met like on the first day of 8th grade, I think. And obviously, if you're that young, you can make friends with probably anyone that just smiles at you. And obviously, we clicked right off the bat. We ended high school, and a couple of years after that, we still hung out. Man, this guy, he was like a one and all kind of friend. You could go party with him, you could just go drink. Call him up at 4 a.m. in the morning, and he'll show up at your door. The kind of friend that you want to keep close, right? But I always kind of knew he was kind of hiding things from me, right? And we hung out one day, right? It was nighttime, and he was kind of unusually quiet. I mean, at the time he wasn't the most extroverted guy, but on that day I could really feel a distance between us. I was like, man, what the fuck, like, what are you trying to not tell me, or tell me but you keeping a secret? He stalls a bit. He says, oh man, I've been trying to tell you this for years, man. I just can't, and you're the only one who could understand. I was like, yeah, obviously, I know you the most, man. Come on, you can trust me. And it was really hard for him to admit this, but he stalls for another woman, man. And then it just trips me up. After the 5 minutes we've been just breathing, I just say, man, are you fucking gay, man? Like just admit that you're gay, And this guy, man, he says he's not the age he introduced himself to be. At the time he said he was 19, and at that time we were supposed to be the same age, right? I think I was 16, or might have been 17, I don't know anymore. But now he's 23 or 24. I might, I've lost track a bit. It didn't really bother me. It was like a friend, right? Obviously, if a close friend tells you a secret, you keep it a secret. You don't make it a big deal. Unless he was actually gay, then I would have laughed, And yeah, but and then it hit me. I was going home that night, and I was kind of walking home. I had my key in my hand. I was like thinking about him. He said he's 19, right? But all this time, while we were in high school, he would tell me stories, right? We would tell each other these stories of like, oh man, I have this crush, I dated this girl, yeah, she's from another school or whatever. And it was great, having a friend who you could trust and kind of get like, that guru advice on picking up girls and all that. We were that kind of friend to each other, just the kind of homies. But it sadly just clicked to me, man. So this guy was already kind of like 18 while we were talking to girls that were 14, 15 maybe, 16 years old girls. Man, that kind of rubbed me off the wrong way. I mean, the right way, I would say. But I didn't do anything, because I knew, this guy wasn't the most confrontational. If he said he did something wrong, he would just take it on the chin, And I wasn't the guy, at least at the time, to have this kind of conversation, Obviously, I knew that this wasn't right, He was too old and the girls were too young, right? But I didn't fucking say anything, man. And every time we hung out from that point on, I just felt horrible. You know, I felt this kind of guilt towards the I wanted to say women, but not even women, the girls, right? Man, it's just, and I thought about, I rather thought about myself, right? I thought about like, okay, if I talk about this subject to him, you know, I might just lose him, you know. I might just lose this friendship we've built for 6 or 7 years. I'm not trying to do that meme, but it kind of happens. Because at the time, man, he was actually the only friend I had. We were just homies. And out of fear of losing a friendship, I didn't do the right thing. And the story still went on, you know. He would tell me, man, I met this girl, you know, online or whatever, she's in another country, and I would just sneakily try to ask how old she is, right? Not even trying to evoke some sense into him, just kind of for me, for the record, you know. I would ask how old these girls are, and he would say, just outright, without any shame, he would just say, man, oh, she's 14. And I would look at him with shock. Obviously, he didn't know what I was thinking at the time. Then another story, this girl that's 15, you know, the other girl is 16. And I started kind of ignoring the stories of, you know, the girls he was telling me about, because I just didn't want to lose him. And at that time, actually, I was studying to be a kindergarten teacher. So that kind of hurt me too, like because at work I was there for these children. I was supposed to be their protector, you know, the caregiver. Then I would, by the end of the week, every week I would hang out with him, and I would ask myself, like, man, can I just, why am I trying to balance these two morals, right? And just recently, I really tried to talk to him about it. He seemed very dismissive. The other month we went to, what's the city called? Budapest in, goddamn, what's the country? Anyway, I'm bad at geography, man, and I'm not even American. But anyways, I had a talk with him there, just walking on the street, and he got pissed at me. He was like, "Man, do you not get it, man? Like, look at my ID." He showed me ID, you know, and it says 19 years old. Obviously, it's not a real ID. By now, he would be 23, 24 years old, right? And now he's lying to me. It seems so manipulative, right? Like, why am I even hanging out with this guy if this is the chemistry we've got going? You're lying to me straight to my face. After the whole 4-day trip in Austria, that's the country. Wait, no, that's not the country. Hungary, man. Ungarn in German. Hungary, right. After the days in Hungary, we kind of stopped talking for a bit, you know. We needed to come down because we've been drinking for 4 days already, so after the flight I was KO'd. But he called me up, said he wanted to hang out again. I said, okay. You know, I was done at that point. With him, I was pretty much done. I said to myself, man, I needed to hype myself up that day before going to him. In the mirror, man, I just said, if I'm like I'm a pussy, like I shouldn't be a kindergarten teacher if I can't protect my kids. And I tried to tell him that if you keep this up, I won't be friends with you anymore, man. And still, that, like, still to the last second, he was dismissive of that whole situation. He was like, nah, man, look, you know I'm 19 or whatever the fake ID said. And I was like, Okay, okay. I just said okay, right? I was done. That was a month ago, and since then he's called me one time, only one time. He usually calls me like 3 times a day, 3 times a week. But I think he knows what he did. You know, at least I hope he knows at least for sure that I wasn't joking. You know? When it comes to protecting my kids, man, I'll maybe I'll blur that. I don't know if I want to say that. And hundreds of men are like this. Uh, Hundreds of them. But anyways, what I wanted to tell you, anytime you need to trust your gut. You just need to do it, man. Like, I don't know if it benefited him, but it benefited me at least. Being not in contact with him anymore. You know, obviously I lost a friend, right? But I gained a better consciousness out of it. My morals kind of strengthened. Just fucking trust your gut, man. It'll serve you. That's it. I mean, crazy story. If you made it to this point of the video, you know, I thank you for listening. If you know me personally, you probably know that guy as well. So stay away from him. And if you are that guy, first of all, I just want to say, and second of all, also you're pretty fucking unfunny, man. I know I've told you this a couple of times, you know, but I don't think you took me seriously when I said you're unfunny. Most terrible jokes, man. What can I tell you? I hope nobody's listening, man. This YouTuber shit, it's kind of embarrassing, but I'm in my backyard. It's alright. Yeah. Alright. That's it.